Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Portland Trail Blazers in this one as they go up against the Miami Heat here in Miami. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Avdija is out there with Toumani Camara. Then there's Klingon, then it's Holiday, and it's Sharpe in at the shooting guard position. And for the Heat, the post tandem, Adebayo and Ware. Mitchell is out there with Norman Powell, and it's Jaquez in at the small forward. Well, GA, we know it's still very early in the season, but still, just how defined are these teams at this point?
Kevin, it varies squad to squad in a big way. Some teams are very solid now. Things are pretty set in stone. Others are looking for what really works in the moment of truth.
Now here's Powell. Jaquez the pass to Adebayo. Rebound by the Trailblazers. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, both teams struggled to be competitive overall last year, but at least their season series was.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 5. Adebayo kicks to Mitchell. Over Holiday. And it's Mitchell missing. And so it's Avdija with it. He brings it up for Portland. It's a three-point game. To the middle. Here's Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
A powerhouse slam. Klingon gave it everything on that one.
Klingon with the steal. Outside Holiday. Down low. And there's Klingon. That's good on the assist by Holiday.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Jaquez outside. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Klingon with the steal. Holiday against Mitchell. To the inside. And it's Klingon with the jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Miami with the ball. Portland making their last shot. Outside, Adebayo. They need this. And he uses the glass on the layup.
What a finish from Bam, a guy who has no issue playing through physical defense.
Trailblazers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Powell against Sharpe, and then Sharpe with the dunk.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, a major story for the Trailblazers. I'm told the team sale is taking place. Commissioner Adam Silver says the league prefers they stay put in Portland, but a new arena will likely be needed. The Moda Center, one of the league's oldest arenas that have not yet undergone major renovations, and the Blazers have played there since 1995.
Yeah, but we sure love those die-hard fans, don't we? All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. Now, here's Sharpe. His last outing, he had 18 points. Offensive rebound, Klingon, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Jaquez outside. Mitchell outside. And here's Adebayo outside. That one doesn't go. Trailblazers leading by 9. Here's Kamare. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Pass to Powell. Jaquez outside. Adebayo with a screen for Jaquez. And Adebayo throws it down.
What separates Adebayo from other bigs in this league is his agility, and that really shows up in pick-and-roll action.
The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. Now Sharpe. Back to Holiday. And the layup falls.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Heat trail by 11. Mitchell outside. Pass to Adebayo. And after playing most of his career in the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the 4 without question.
Free throw good. Adebayo. You know, the Heat play in a glamour market, but Tim, Adebayo's game is all about substance.
Well, he has been the heart and soul of this team for a long time. A former mid-first-round pick, and he has turned himself into an all-star.
And Adebayo drops them both. We've seen the Heat struggle in close games in the fourth quarter, Tim. Why is that?
I don't think, Kevin, they've got a lot of natural shot makers in those situations. Just not enough instinctive scorers. A lot of players feel the pressure of those big shots down the stretch.
I always felt that you wanted the ball in those big moments.
Well, a shooter never says no to the basketball in any situation.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
Well, I've seen some crazy things, and that is right up there.
Pass to Ware. Good ball movement here by Miami. Adebayo down low. Defended by Avdija. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Portland leading by 9. Now, here's Sharpe. And the basket is good. And it's 7 points for Shaedon Sharpe.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Eric Spoelstra and I got a chance to catch up for a bit. He told me that they've got one of the league's best lockdown defenders in Jrue Holiday, so it won't be easy for us tonight. Coach went on to say that against top-tier individual defender like Holiday, the most important thing is spreading the points around and having a diverse attack. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Now, here's Avdija. Following the miss by Bam Adebayo. Now Holiday. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Shot clock at 6. Avdija against Adebayo. Avdija can't hit.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
Jaquez with a wide-open look. Sinks the triple. Jaquez has got it back down to single digits for Miami.
And you can see Jaquez has put a lot of time in working on that catch-and-shoot game.
Portland is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Holiday looking over the floor. Jaquez with the steal. And now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And I love the way they just came right out at them in that game, determined to attack the rim.
Well, that gave them a huge edge in the game because free throw shooting often determines the outcome.
Again, the miss by the Trail Blazers. The Heat trail by 6. Mitchell up top, guarded by Holiday. Mitchell against Holiday. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Well, that was a great challenge at the rim and a difficult adjustment to make.
Pass to Avdija. Holiday with it. Klingon, the screen for Holiday. Here's Kamare. And here's Sharpe. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Klingon. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And this young man lives on the offensive glass. Tough to stop Klingon when he's that close.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Trail Blazers.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. They throw good, Klingon. And Tim, it came out this past summer that the Trail Blazers were for sale.
And with the entirety of the proceeds of that sale going to charitable causes, and with franchise values skyrocketing league-wide, a lot of good is going to come from this transfer.
Trail Blazers leading by 7. Outside Williams. Pass to Grant. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
Yeah, Grant showing you great confidence inside and his ability to score at the rim.
Smith against Sharpe. Here's Smith. Now Fontecchio. No good on the triple.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Grant outside. Takes a 3. Tries to save it. They get it back. To the paint. Klingon finds Sharpe. And that one, good. Sharpe's got 9.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
The Heat trail by 11. Pass to Jovic. Higgins outside. There's a good screen. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Jaquez is checked in for the Heat. Outside Avdija. Outside Williams. Pass to Grant. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Here's Jaquez. Wiggins surveying the floor. Pass to Larson. Pocket 4. Here's Jaquez. Miami no good on that time either. Trail Blazers leading by 13. Here's Sharpe. Now Klingon. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. He's got 13.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
He'd have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. For Miami, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
The first free throw is good. And last season, the Heat trading away Jimmy Butler. Tim, that ended a memorable stretch with some terrific wins.
Yeah, playoff Jimmy emerged in South Beach, a trip to the finals in 2020 as a 5 seed, and again in 2023 as an 8 seed. Underdog runs that highlighted this team's competitive will.
Both shots good from the stripe. Hey, Greg, after 2 seasons in Milwaukee, how about Damian Lillard going back to the Blazers roster even as he works his way back from the Achilles?
And in the meantime, he gets to watch this relatively young group compete.
Wow.
What a jam!
Wow, that is some serious mid-air creativity. Look at Jeremy Grant.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Powell outside. Pass to Larson. There's the triple. The shot by Powell, no good. Trailblazers leading by 15. Here's Rupert. Grant outside. To the middle. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
A well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Last game for the Heat, they picked up the win against the Hornets.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the 2 teams.
I love it when a team comes out and sets the tone physically.
And here is Murray. Still yet to score. Pass to Klingon. Back to Williams. Here's Rupert. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Portland feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, that's just great chemistry offensively. Everybody playing for one another and trusting each other. It's beautiful to watch.
They've got Wiggins. He's out there with Fontecchio. And it's Larson in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Jovic passes to Powell. Pass to Wiggins. Wiggins, a screen on Williams. Here's Jovic. Now Wiggins. He's covered by Grant. Now Fontecchio. Here's Jovic. Powell outside for 3. Rebound by Williams.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Grant. On the wing, Williams. Grant with a screen on Powell. down low. And Grant slams it home.
Oh, Jeremy Grant. Post that up on social media.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
Dancing shoes at home.
And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. The Trailblazers in second.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Powell feeling it out a bit. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Wiggins against Grant. Wiggins passes to Larson. Now Wiggins launches a three. Rebound by Murray.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And there it is for him. Rupert's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Here's Powell. To the wing on the left. Tries again. Miami no good on that time either.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, that's just a wasted opportunity.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
I think everybody in here is in shock. In many ways, their team just hasn't shown up.
Pass to Jovic. Now here's Wiggins. They set the pick. Driving inside. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Wow, he just got up there so easily. Wiggins is still a top-level athlete.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Come on, fans. Let's do a huge mighty welcome to the Heat Breaker Dance Crew.
The Heat making a switch here. Adebayo's checked in. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Norman Powell. Last year, getting it done. Last season, put up about 21 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
But that's right. There's no question he's not their only offensive weapon, but he is a key cog in what they're trying to do.
Outside Holiday connects from three-point range. Holiday's got 5 points so far.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And the trade of Jimmy Butler. Tim, the Heat's star power took a hit.
Well, one thing is for certain in this league, you need stars to win big. Draft picks, flexibility, those things are great. Even nice young players, but it's only going to take you so far.
3 on the clock. Powell for 3. Avdija with the rebound. Avdija's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Adebayo against Grant. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And Grant will take these mid-range jumpers occasionally. It's a nice option for him now.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Larson. Grant against Wiggins. Adebayo with a screen for Wiggins. Off target from three-point range.
Well, I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Left side, Avdija. Back to Grant. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
You know, Greg, being a two-way player got Jeremy Grant into the NBA, but now he's grown even more.
Yeah, early on in his career, he was often the primary defender on elite scorers. Then he added scoring to his game in Detroit, becoming an effective two-way player.
Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off. when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before him, for sure.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him.
Well, listen, Bam has always been a top-level defensive talent, but he's underappreciated offensively. He's a threat to drop 20 whenever he's out there, and he's a very skilled facilitator.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Wiggins. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And attitude plays such a big role in Adebayo's game. This guy is a worker. Doesn't mind getting his hands dirty if it means getting his team ahead.
And now, Hallie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Thank you. Deni Avdija, the son of a 6'8" Serbian sharpshooter who played for the Yugoslavian national team, then moved to Israel and met Deni's mom. Deni said he had the same mentality, fire in the eyes, every night playing to win. That's how I've always been. That passion is a part of my culture. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Allie. Now here's Powell, covered by Kamara. Now here's Powell. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Jaquez finds Powell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. So, Greg, offensively for the Miami Heat, there is room for improvement.
Yeah, they realized they were in need of another elite shot creator. Aside from Tyler Hero, for all his growth, teams had been able to key in on him and dare anyone else to beat him.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. GA, despite their youth, this Blazers team showing some grit at the defensive end of the court.
Yeah, very disruptive. Length on the perimeter. Donovan Clingan towering in the paint. And Chauncey Billups on the sidelines preaching that hard-nosed approach.
Grant against Jaquez. From the high post. No good from Grant. And so it's Powell who brings up the ball for Miami. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
But what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Holiday finds Clingan. Now Kamara. Now Holiday. 7 points in the game. Grant for 3. No good. Shot missing.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Pass to Adebayo. Good ball movement here by Miami. Adebayo with a screen for Mitchell. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Mitchell. He will have 3 free throws.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Tim, the NBA is always changing, but any predictions for the league that you kind of feel we're going to see around the corner?
Yeah, Kevin, I just think the influx and the impact of international players is going to be even stronger going forward. I think a lot of guys have seen the success that those players have had in the NBA, and hopefully it inspires even more great players internationally to want to play this great game.
And for a short time, you played overseas. You saw a lot of them firsthand.
I sure did, and I was in France well before the French influx really hit this league, but I knew then that was the goal.
And he makes all three. Sharpe with it. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Kamare. Back to Sharpe. Fires it up. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, I'm not sure if he was surprised to be that wide open, but something got him out of focus.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And they seem to have found something out there. I like the confidence they're playing with.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Avdija, the pass to Sharpe. Avdija, a screen on Wiggins. And Holiday has it in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta. Holiday's got 10 points in the game.
Sneaking out into the corner. We don't normally see Jrue there. Might have caught him by surprise.
Miami's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Mitchell sets the screen for Wiggins from outside the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Pass to Avdija. Outside Holiday. And another three for Portland.
You gotta respect the range of Holiday if you're the D, showing he can hurt you from that area.
Mitchell dishes to Wiggins. Back to Mitchell. Over Holiday. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Portland's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Holiday left side. Jaquez with the rebound. And it's Miami's ball. Wiggins outside. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Wiggins. Clock at 6. The kick out to Adebayo. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Klingen's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Wiggins against Sharpe. Avdija with a screen for Holiday. Back to Avdija. The 3. Wiggins with the rebound. Heat shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. Mitchell against Sharpe. And Mitchell gets it to go.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
And Portland with the ball. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath. had a chance to check out the stats for Adebayo. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged 18 points per, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively, and he has provided points pretty much every time they've needed him.
1:57 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Kamare. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City. Really left alone that time. Holiday's got 16.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And it's Adebayo with the ball for the Heat. 1:31 left now here in the second. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 11.
Just playing so strong down low. Adebayo knows you got to be ready for the fight inside.
Portland's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Avdija, a screen on Wiggins. Wiggins against Sharpe. Over Wiggins. Pass to Kamare. The three-pointer off the mark.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
Mitchell passes to Wiggins. Back to Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. The Heat need to get a shot off. And Adebayo throws it down.
And scoring is not always his primary responsibility, but this has been Adebayo's night, and they will take it.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Klingon finds Holiday. Outside, Avdija. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. The Trailblazers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And Miami making a change here. Larson's checked in. No good on the second free throw. 16 seconds left to play here in the half. Jaquez outside. Misses the three. And here's Sharpe. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
Jrue Holiday has been on display for Portland. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Back right after this.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket. Fellas, what stands out to you about this schedule?
Man, I don't have time to be thinking about their schedule. I got my own schedule to worry about.
What? You're too busy visiting fast food chains and shooting low-budget commercials. That's why.
Nothing low budget here, Kenny. Just ask my bank account.
Can't argue with that one, though.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Portland Trail Blazers.
It starts with their rebounding. They're controlling the glass. That gives you those extra possessions.
Yeah, they're doing the dirty work, plain and simple.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. An exceptional performance from Jrue Holiday.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
Here's Holiday. Here's who Chauncey Billups will start the second half with. Donovan Clingan out there with Avdija. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. Then there's Toumani Camara. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And it's Clingan with the jam.
And when someone as big as Donovan Clingan gets going, he's so hard to stop. Keep feeding the big fella.
Here's Mitchell. Pass to Adebayo. It's tipped. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Camara. And slam dunk by Camara.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Tim, you wouldn't know it now. Camara, a late second-round pick back in 2023.
Well, Kevin, he's proven himself now. His defense is what first stood out, but now his offense has taken a leap forward.
Pass to Sharpe. Back to Holiday. Five on the clock. Here's Clingan. Tim, walk me down the Donovan Clingan pick at number 7 in the 2024 draft. What do you think the thinking was there?
Well, Kevin, I just think people viewed him as a winner, a two-time collegiate champion, and then most importantly, that rare young big man that wants to play center and anchor the paint.
2 shots.
Free throw good, Clingan. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull up, you know, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
And simply put, Donovan Clingan is a winner. 2 national titles in 2 college seasons. He can really affect a game at that size.
They set the pick to the inside. Clingan with the steal. Here's Sharpe. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Inside, here's Ware, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Pass to Clingan. And here's Sharpe. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Holiday from deep. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Now Jaquez. Mitchell in the corner. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Holiday.
Clearly a foul.
The Heat have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Now at the line, Davion Mitchell.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Holiday. Now, here's Avdija. Clinging the screen for Avdija. To the paint. Stolen away. Powell with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Mitchell left side. Ware with it. He has 6. Powell kicks to Mitchell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Heat have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Now at the line, Davion Mitchell.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Tim, how do you look at Avdija's game?
Well, I just think he's a guy as a small forward with great size and great versatility. He does a little bit of everything on the court to help you win.
Bounce pass from Sharpe. Back to Avdija. Portland needs to get off a shot. And it's Sharpe missing. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Here's Ware. He's got 6. Mitchell outside. Pass to Adebayo. Fires high post. Avdija with the rebound. Avdija's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here's Holiday. Clinging the screen for Holiday. Shoots over Powell. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And he banks in the layup. Powell's got 5.
Yeah, he found some room there along the baseline. Some space at the rim. Goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks. Well, a bit of youth movement for the Miami Heat. Their rising star guard, Tyler Hero, said, "We've got a bunch of young guys who can come in and put in the work, and that's what I'm all about." This is an organization that values that, and it's important that we all have the same vision as the young guys start to grow up. Back over to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Now, here's Sharpe. He's got 12. Outside Holiday. Clinging the screen for Holiday. Offensive rebound. That one's off. Still out of sync. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last.
Not sure what exactly happened there. It didn't look like they were on the same page.
Portland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Holiday, the pass to Sharpe. Back to Holiday. Here's Sharpe. Clinging the screen for Sharpe. To the middle. Trying to find Kamara. Gets it to him. The shot's good.
Love that look there. Locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
The Heat shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Powell against Sharpe. Powell outside. Pass to Ware. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road. Outside Holiday. Clingan finds Holiday. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. Clingan the screen for Holiday. Off target with his 3.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Mitchell passes to Adebayo. Six to shoot. Free throw line jump shot. Avdija with the rebound. Avdija's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Kamara. Down low. Here's Clingan. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And Clingan uses his size well and just bullies his way through the defense.
And so here is Miami to the inside. Here's Ware, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Portland in total control. And here's Sharpe. He's got 12. Six on the shot clock. The kick out to Holiday. Fires from deep. Good D by Mitchell.
He was torching them from deep in the first half, but he has not made one here in the second.
Pass to Adebayo. Now Jaquez. Adebayo with a screen for Jaquez. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. And it's good for 2. And that's 15 points for Bam Adebayo.
This is how Adebayo typically gets his points. Off the roll, off the lob, or off the glass.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
It's time to get down with your mascot. Let's root!
Portland ends up going with the new group. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Pass to Fontecchio. Adebayo with a screen on Grant. Here's Jovic. Now Adebayo. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Now a moment to see the stats for Wiggins. Good season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, with some guys, we always talk about potential. What I like about him, he comes to work every night and actually produces.
And he makes the first. And Adebayo drops them both. Here's Rupert. He has 6. Outside Williams. And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Jovic. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points. You gotta love it.
It's so important in this league, quickly turning defense into offense.
The Heat making a switch here.
One shot.
Smith has checked in. Here's Rupert. Outside Williams. Wiggins against Grant. Goes up the baseline. It's hauled in by the Heat. Jovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the paint. Looking for Fontecchio and gets it there. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Smith. Drops in the breakaway layup. Smith's got his first bucket in this one. Trailblazers leading by 22. Pass to Grant. Murray a screen on Wiggins. Here's Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Yeah, look at Grant. Quick off the floor before anyone can get in his way.
A minute 42 left in the third. You know, Tim, with the length and agility that Jeremy Grant possesses, he can be a tricky matchup.
Yeah, his shooting percentages have tailed off a bit of late, but for a former second-round pick, he's having a tremendous career.
Here's Larson. From outside, off the mark. And for Portland, their shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Here's Rupert. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Heat have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. 1:02 left to play in the third. Now Fontecchio. Clock at 6. Jovic passes to Fontecchio. From 17 feet out. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
And it's Williams finishing it off.
And one thing Williams has, a lot of natural strength. You can play him physical, but most of the time he's going to win that battle.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Jaquez is checked in for Miami.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw no good for Williams.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Here's Larson. He's covered by Murray. Pass to Jovic. Wide open shot is on the money. Jovic has got 5 points now in the quarter. Grant against Wiggins. Grant with the ball. And it's slammed in by Williams.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Trailblazers out in front, just dominating this one. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena. Head coach Erik Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Let's get this next bucket, and we got to put together a string right now. It's all right here in the head. It's right here in the head. Stay connected.
Craig urging his team to go on a run here.
I mean, they have what it takes, and Coach Spo right now just trying to spark a fire in his group.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Wiggins is out there with Fontecchio. Then there's Powell. And it's Jovic in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Pass to Grant. You know, Tim, some people love the star power of dynasties, but do you think the league's push for parity is helping the game overall?
Overall, I do believe competitive balance is good for the league. I think there are more fan bases that stay more engaged longer into the year, and that's just good for everybody.
I totally agree. Back to Powell. Pass to Fontecchio. Alley-oop try. Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
Grant with a screen on Powell. Here's Rupert. A beautiful reverse layup.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Now here's Powell. Down low. Here's Jovic.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Portland in total control. Here's Rupert. Pass to Grant. Now here's Murray. Here's Reith. Just 4 to shoot. Grant for 3. Rebound by the Heat. Jovic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Powell outside. Tim, as we look at the area of modern medicine, isn't it amazing how it's helping extend playing careers?
Yeah, it's really incredible, Kevin, how these procedures now are so much less invasive. Guys come back sooner and they're able to play longer. Just look at Klay Thompson gifting his 2022 championship ring to the doctor who performed his Achilles surgery. Now that's the kind of impact these doctors are having.
It really is amazing.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pass to Jovic. Here's Larson. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. Murray outside. They set the pick. Here's Williams. Wiggins with the rebound.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
Here's Powell, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Rupert, guarded by Powell. To the middle. Here's Williams. Good, and Grant gets the assist. 8 points for Rob Williams.
Timeout.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Your Heat Youth Dance Team.
Bam Adebayo is checked in for Fontecchio.
Give up for your Heat Youth Dancers, everybody.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And here is Powell. Adebayo with a screen for Powell. Knocks down the 3 ball.
That's his first 3 of the night. Maybe something to build on.
Here's Rupert. Pass to Grant. So when you look at different approaches to player recovery, from load management, say, Tim, to rub some dirt on it and get back in there, where do you stand on all of that?
Well, I do think teams have done a better job of trying to make sure players are protected from themselves and make sure they're getting enough rest. But I also think there are times guys should be allowed to play through certain types of minor injuries.
Inside, 4 on the clock.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Robert Williams.
For Miami, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And the slam by Williams.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
And so Powell will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Pass to Jovic. Powell down low. From down in the low post, it goes. Powell's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He is coming alive here in the second half. That's a nice shot there, and now he is rolling.
Portland with the ball. Murray kicks to Grant. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Jeremy Grant, 1.
Shooting 1.
The free throw drops for Grant. And with the most recent collective bargaining agreement, Tim, teams have felt the pinch of those new luxury tax and apron penalties.
Yeah, and the goal of those being put in place was to have more top-tier talent equally spread out around the league. And as you've seen, there's been some tough decisions already. Some teams have had to trade away some of their stars just to make the math work.
And sometimes it's hard to make that math work. There's so many moving parts.
And as a result, it's more important to be able to structure out your supporting cast than ever before.
And Ware pulls it down. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Jaquez outside from past the arc. A three-pointer is right on target.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Here's Rupert. Outside for Murray. From beyond the arc, it's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
Yeah, easy call.
First personal foul. First team foul.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Blazers.
They're looking to attack and transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
And they also deserve a lot of credit for getting points off turnovers. Their hustle has allowed them to take advantage of those opportunities.
The free throw drops for Powell. So, Tim, in the past, it's always been accepted that the veteran-laden teams would have an edge. But I don't know if we're seeing that as much now. What do you think?
Well, I think you used to see a lot more continuity with rosters across a number of years. But nowadays, much shorter contracts means you have teams that evolve and change more regularly than ever before.
Almost feels like you got to be more nimble as a franchise than ever before.
You absolutely have to have much more forethought because you keep these groups together for a shorter period of time.
Outside Williams. Grant on the wing. Jaquez with the steal. And it's the Heat on the break. Mitchell outside. Down low. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. Bucket is good. Adebayo's got 4 points this quarter.
And it's getting late, guys, but all of a sudden they have hope when just a little while ago it looked like hope was lost.
Trailblazers leading by 21. Here's Rupert. Pass to Reith. Now here's Murray. Guarded by Powell. Powell with the steal. Mitchell passes to Ware. From deep, Adebayo. The shot misses. For Portland, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Here's Rupert, guarded by Powell. Shot clock at 6. Grant outside. Shoots over Jaquez. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have taken that shot there. The defensive intensity was all over.
Powell, that's good. Powell's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
Here's Grant, and it's good from the elbow. Grant's got 22.
It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Pass to Ware. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions. Only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
Trailblazers leading by 19. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team.
Look who it is, fans. It's your Heat High Squad. Make some noise! All right, Heat fans, get down and show some love for your Heat High Squad.
Jaquez with the steal. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later.
Trailblazers leading by 19. Now Sharpe pass to Holiday. And the call will be against Khalil Ware. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Back to Avdija. Just 5 on the clock. The shot by Sharpe. Nobody around.
And he really seems to just have lost his touch at halftime.
Another shot.
Well, he is a huge difference maker on this end, and you see it there with that contest by Adebayo.
Mitchell passes to Powell. Off target from outside.
definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
1:56 left to play here in the fourth. And Holiday kicks to Avdija. Lets it go from the wing. Miami grabs the miss. Mitchell with it. Pass to Jaquez. And here is Powell. It's good!
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Portland.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Donovan Clingan.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Hustles for the rebound and guides it back in. Now here is Holiday. .40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Chalk up 2 there.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
Sharpe against Powell. Pass to Jaquez. Good ball movement here by Miami. 5 to shoot. Ware passes to Adebayo. Over Avdija. The shot by Adebayo, no good. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And now our player of the game, Donovan Clingan.